you're going to need a fork and a knife. This is Deep Dishing Sports with Bruce and Eli.
Actually wanted to wait to get to the offensive line because I wanted to talk about Matt Nagy first in this game. And listen, credit to Matt Nagy because I think he called a pretty good game in this game, given that he had, like we said, absolutely no help from his offensive line. Because he ended up giving David Montgomery 19 carries in this game. He only averaged like 3 yards per carry, but it's 9 more than he gave him the last 2 games. So he actually stuck with the run game this week, which I was very impressed with. But there were just a couple of really predictable, like lateral throws, a couple of cute plays that I was just like, why? But the one play that really made me shake my head was that clock management call on 3rd and 2, which is the one that you responded to me because my tweet was that Matt Nagy was bailed out by his defense again in this game.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I saw a lot of people tweeting the same thing, agreeing with me that it was just a bad call to pass the ball on a 3rd and 2. And I get it. Your offensive line has been terrible. You haven't been able to run the ball game. You might not even passed or been able to pick up the first down on that 3rd and 2. But at least you make the Panthers call their last timeout, which helps. It could have helped you out. I mean, they ended up getting the stop anyway because DeAndre Houston Carson came up with that clutch interception. But I don't know, man. Like that's the kind of stuff that worries me about Matt Nagy going forward in games that you're going up against, one of the better quarterbacks in the league. We might see Seattle in the playoffs. We might have to see Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. And those kind of QBs, you give them 2 minutes with 1-2 timeouts, they're going to take advantage of that. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm just like, man, just take the easy play, bro. Just take the easy play.
All right.
No, you're biting your tongue. Give it to me.
I think you guys are wrong. I don't care who. I don't care if 9,000 people did tweet it and I was the only one that disagreed. You all are still wrong. No. So here's how I looked at it. Right. Twofold. First, from an offensive perspective, that play, he threw the ball to Allen Robinson. So, being aggressive, trying to get the ball to your best playmaker, that would have ended the game. First of all, Nick Foles made a bad throw. Number one, he didn't really give Allen Robinson a chance to make a play on that ball. And so trying to put the ball in your best playmaker hand to end the game, I get it. I'm not gonna, me personally, I don't want to, slam him for that. I get it. I mean, I know you clock management and things of that nature, but then I look at it this way, is that I also believe that that's the type of faith that Matt Nagy has in his defense, where it's like, all right, I trust that you guys won't let this team score. And I just think it all depends on the situation as well. I think if you're facing an Aaron Rodgers, if you're facing a Russell Wilson, they face Drew Brees in a couple of weeks. I think if you're facing those type of quarterbacks, then yeah, I think look, Matt Nagy, he knows clock management. He knows, that a running play could wind the clock down some more. He knows those things. But I think he just has that much faith in his defense. If he was facing a different quarterback, if he was facing an elite quarterback or an elite offense, then I believe you would have saw a different play call. But because the way the defense was playing, and because Carolina's offense didn't do anything against that defense, you take a chance. So I'm not gonna slam them for that. So all of you are wrong. Alex, you're wrong too. He said no, the play calling was and it has been consistently bad. No, Alex, you're being consistently bad by not agreeing with me right now. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have that same kind of faith that you do in Matt Nagy to make those kind of decisions, because I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he made a very similar decision. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but I'm pretty sure there was a very similar situation to the when the Bears were in yesterday. It was like a 3rd and short, late in the game. The Bears were up, and Matt Nagy decided to to pass the ball. Incomplete.
Yeah, it was
clock
last week.
Stopped. It was last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
It's just, man, it worries me, because in the playoffs you can't have that kind of stuff, man. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You lose games like that, like when you're going against a perennial team. And I get it. The Panthers aren't that kind of squad. You don't have to really be scared of Teddy Bridgewater. I get it. But I don't know, man. It worries me.
Yeah.
It just worries me. Just a little bit.
I get it. It's okay.
But anyway, yeah, just back to the offensive line. That's the only thing I have to say about Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
It's like, the dude is, I mean, you can say what you want about Matt Nagy in terms of his play calling, his in-game decision making. Some of it's questionable, yes. But as a leader, you take a look, like we just said at the beginning of the show, the Bears are 5-1. 5 of their wins, all 5, have been very hard-fought games.
Right.
And it's because that they don't give up. This team just fights, literally to the last whistle. And a testament to that is the culture that Matt Nagy has built in that locker room. Like, you can't take that away. Like, Matt Nagy's he's a great leader. He has his team fighting every single game, tooth and nail, no matter what the score is. The Bears haven't been blown out. They're in every single game. So it's you can't fault Nagy for that. But at the same time, yes, there is some stuff that is questionable. But for the people who are like calling for his head and for him to be fired and all this, y'all need to slow down. Like, listen, Bruce is my witness. I've been the first to come at Matt Nagy when I see, a bad decision or something that I don't necessarily agree with, coaching wise. But there's no way you fire a coach like Matt Nagy right now. Like, play calling, you can figure out. In-game decision making, I think, will grow. But I mean, he has the best record after 38 games by any Bears head coach since George Halas in 1968. So you can't. That's not by mistake. That's not by luck. Like, you can't coach that. See what I did there.